Here it is, 2024 version 2 wired cruiser. Just picked it up today. Ordered March 2nd, May 2nd of 2024, and today is August 1st. So we're gonna do an unboxing video and show you what it looks like coming out of the box, because I haven't seen a video on it yet, and I thought other people that have ordered them might be inclined to want to see what's inside the box. So let's get this unwrapped. There's extra strapping on mine. I've seen that other people's boxes, but apparently I don't think it popped open. Yeah, it looks like they blew the rivets out. So looks like it's been thrown around for sure. And I'm going to show you one of the things that's pretty common. This was in my last one, and I can tell my back frame's going to be kind of messed up already, but we'll go with that. Let's see inside. So one thing I've always seen is, my last one did this too, top of the stem bolts for the handlebars for the camera. It's been impacted on the top of the box, so you're going to see cardboard at the top for sure that you're going to have to dig out before you're going to be able to get those screw holes. You can see the box took a fair amount of the punishment. But here's the inside of the box. I'm opening it up. See the lime green, or the neon green, I almost call it. Looks like the front fender's probably going to be fine. There's the handlebars down there, looks like. Oh no, that's the seat. My bad. And it looks like my rear rack probably took some brunt of the hits too, so we'll see how badly that one's. We'll just get that out of there now. Alright. Wired. Rear fender doesn't look too bad. I know that's a common damage item. Kind of the first look down inside the box. See the bike, and then all these straps, which are, looks like they're reusable, so I'm going to probably save those because I like to save those big straps for things. Alright, we'll start unpackaging and get the stuff out of the box. Alright, a little better camera angle. I'll get this unpackaged. This might be a rip and tear. I'm quite as agile. See how happy with this is. I can do a little bit of combination. Connecting. Box here. Real technique. These new applicants for the package setting is called bone technique. Alright. As I keep it all from falling over. Alright, got those cardboard out of the way. Package a little more. Go over a couple of the contents of the box with you. See what it looks like. Here's the handlebar. Keys are tucked in there. Anyway, so it has a shorter post for our more vertically challenged riders. And then, as you saw earlier, has an extra longer post, but I'll probably end up using so I can get a taller seat set than what it has. And those have the heads that can just come off and on the rails, so I'll put that on. And I had a couple accessory boxes. Go through those real quick. You'll pardon my mess. Not a professional YouTuber, obviously. So let's see what's in the box. Making the charger. Oh, hey, just like my other cruiser, color matching paint. So if you do get some dings and scratches, a little fingernail polished jar of that. Center pedals, looks like metal. Good. The headlight with, looks like an upgraded kind of mounting system. Feels like it's all metal. Guessing all aluminum. Little tool set, putting everything together. Allen wrenches. kind of a wrench on the back, a couple other things. Got some bolts for the headlight, extra zip ties for routing things, owner's manual, very nice, just like the previous one, I think. Several pages including programming guides. Excellent. VR1 specification, which is more settings, it looks like, for the instructions. And then this is the air shock on the rear. I looked this up online before. There's specifications based on weight, and then the pressure box, and there's the charger. And with instructions, specifications of the charger are as follows. Sorry. Looks like it's a 3 amp charger, 67.2 volts output. So it should be your max charge. Kind of like the previous one. All right, and another box here. Let's see what's in this box. Also taped shut and also damaged, looks like. And another box in a box. Alright, smaller box. Oh, double chargers, that's right, because there's 2 batteries. So they give you twin chargers, I suspect. Since you have the front battery and the rear. And just to confirm, yep, same 67.2 volt output, 3 amp charger. So twin chargers, yep, there we go. All right, I think that's all the boxes. Now we got handlebars and more zip ties to take apart. So I'm gonna, oh, and here's the front tire, Kenda. Looks like every other bike, looks like kind of a shiny silver. They even installed one of the reflectors for me this time. Nice front, oh. That came out easily. Front rotors are 203. Next to nice. Even shows you which direction they turn. And looks like 2.3T, which I'm assuming is the diameter of the rotor. So this will be our front. Obviously, standard size goes this way. 26.4 for sizing. And probably a part number, I'm assuming. 98-559. So here's the rear battery. It's in the front battery's in there. Looks like it's got a charging port for the battery, of course. And it's got this little thing. There's a little, I don't know if that's a sensor or it comes. I read somewhere that comes out, so I play with that a little bit to see if I can figure out how that works. But it must be either running off the battery power, or I'll play with that a little bit more later than this other taillight with the plastic cover on it. The rotors, I haven't been covered enough to see what size it is. It's down there and I can't see it. Rear brakes. 60 volt. Tech. Oh, I can't turn that to get more taken apart. Okay. There's the rear suspension. More plastic take off. All right, I've got most of the plastic off. I want to do the big reveal with you guys. So here we go. Wow! Oh, she's so pretty. I'm so happy with the color. So a couple things I noticed. Number one, the rear rack's not fully mounted. So it looks like they got this little plastic cover to protect the paint, and it has to be bolted on. So we'll have to do that. It's got nice cappers, same kind of attachments before, same exhaust, or exhaust. Tell my motorcycling is influencing me. Kickstand. Another charge port, looks like, for the main battery, which is pre-installed, which is interesting. They shipped the bike with both batteries installed. And it does look like there might have been a little damage to the rear fender. Notice tearing it all apart. Because if you look right here,
where this stud goes down, it's very compressed. So, and this is kind of very firm, so I'm going to have to loosen up the front screws and play with that a little bit. Oh, there's the screws for the mount. It's pre-installed on the back side. I wonder if that's where they mount interior like that. It would make sense that it does. So we'll try that out. It's like tourney, derailleur, Shimano gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 speed. Assuming it's similar to before. Yeah, it looks like the same front sprocket as my previous cruiser had. Railed on one side, not a narrow wide, so I'll be swapping that out with a narrow wide. Keep it from bouncing the chain off as much. One thing I did like is it has cruiser written on the side, so the Freedom guys aren't getting all the love now. And then the controller, obviously, it must be inside this compartment behind the sprocket, because there's no visible. There's a little wire coming out right here for the cadence sensor, I'm assuming. Or maybe the derailleur. Okay, never mind. Maybe the cadence sensor's internal. Wires coming out. Looks like this is probably for the headlight. Really nice fit and finish. Good welds. Damage there from shipping, probably. Of course, it's got the wired attachments. So let's get some more of this put together, shall we? And come back in a minute. I also want to add this part. I know that the wobble's been a main discussion for everything, so you can see it already has the Cane Creek headspace here. Little plastic washer, looks like. Pre-installed. Obviously I haven't ridden it yet, but just as a precaution, I think I'm gonna tighten everything down up there. It does have the rebound dampening and the lock for the front forks, and it looks like preload on this side. It's a big heavy guy. I'm probably gonna crank it all the way up if it's not already. Let's see how far that. That's loaded up. We'll see how that rides. And then the mount for the front fender, a little tight on there, and the light, of course. RST front shocks. You can see that it's the Hentech motor. I can't actually I could maybe turn that around and get the plastic out. Wire binded. Now it doesn't actually tell us anything about the motor specs. There's a barcode reader. Look up, I guess, if we want to. So I'll be trying out. Maybe I'll just do that now. Try out my keys, because that's been a conversation I've seen also, that the keys don't work on the rear battery. So let's see what we have. But that does fit the lock. But how do you get the battery out? Well, we'll have to play with that later. So that does seem to fit my key at the hole, at least. Let's see if this one works. Yeah, I'll have to play with that too, because I'm not sure the technique it turns, but we'll see how that comes out. All right, let's get some more assembled. A quick little back view of it. All right, for sure the rear rack got bent in shipment. I'm pretty sure this arm right here is bent because these holes are not close to lining up. And you're going to probably battle this too, I'm going to guess, unless you get lucky and get it from the factory or something. But I'm having to grab hold. What it is, I'm just grabbing hold back here and pulling this way. And I'm actually bending it enough to try to get these arms to line up with the holes. Looking at the picture that came in with the manual, they do look like they mount to the outside. So I'm going to keep bending that a little bit more to try to get those mounted in there. So the front fork attaches with a nice heavier duty pass-through, or the front tire, I'm sorry, wheel. Looks like not much heavier duty than my previous cruiser, which is smaller, thinner, and it's hollow, it looks like. So I don't know if that allows for a locking mechanism on the far side. Probably, maybe you could put a bolt in there or something, or a security system, but it threads right to the actual forks, which will be nice and heavy duty. That'll be nice. I took out the little stopper that was in the brake caliper so I can put my front wheel on, and then the brace that comes, that's mounted on when you get for shipping, it has seen some severe damage. So let's hope that that's not indicative of future problems with my front end on this bike. Everything looks okay, but I haven't really gone over it very well. Oh, there's the release for the battery. Okay, so that's when you turn the key, that's how you release it. I'll take that out in a minute. I'm not sure what these are. Probably holding the controller in. Maybe the controller's in the bottom, or just a mounting mechanism. Cadence sensor there. It's kind of nice to get the bike flipped over. Wiring coming through. Not really watertight by any stretch. I might put some more sealant there to help protect things a bit more. See if I can get the size of the rear brake or rear Gemma disc. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. 203. It's really hard to see. There it is. So that's the rear brake. So yeah, let's get that front wheel on. Got the brake pedals on. Gotta tighten those down a little more. Actually, I tightened them pretty good. And go run around the front for a minute. One more little pro tip. Brake cleaner on your rotors before you use them the first time, because they're got some probably factory oil or grease on them, so I'm gonna clean those a little bit, make sure my brake pads seat nicely, hopefully, and then we'll keep going. Okay, be right back. That's where the brake pads are. Rotors were bent, the discs. So let's check that. Make sure everything's true on this thing. There she goes. Now she's got it right. So some sort of little washer mechanism here. Guess we can tighten that up. That's nice and snug. Let's see. That's pretty straight. This looks good. I think she's ready, boys and girls. Let's take her for a little spin, even in the dark. We'll take her out front, see what she looks like. All right, let's see what happens. All right, well, she's mostly complete. I still gotta put the front fender on and front light, of course. I need to check and tighten all the nuts and bolts. Everything's working. So I'm taking the batteries off as well. But there she is. And just for reference, I'm 6 foot tall and about 260. And this is the low seat. And my pedal stroke. That's not even too bad. Oh, I got these brakes. I think I need to move the handlebar forward too, because this is too far back for my liking. I like a little more forward. So that's my height. The knees bent. There's the suspension. I'm going to probably boost that up. It definitely needs some air in the rear tires. It's flat. About halfway. Brakes feel good though. Front fork feels about right. And I like having the step through design, because I'm not getting any younger. I'm 56. So having something that's easier to throw my leg over and around definitely is what I prefer. It does have a derailleur protector that's not bent, which is good. And I'll give you one last little go around on the outside. Let's see how she looks. Maybe I'll turn her on and see what the brake light looks like. Alright. So, yep, brake light. I can't tell from looking at it without both lights lighting up like it was. Or maybe it's just the light reflecting from the bottom into the top one. Yep, okay. Does have the cross arm protector, the wired, like the previous models. It's nice, my derailleur protector. Yeah, there she is. Excuse the mess. I haven't really done much cleanup since I got here. This is all just tonight. Yeah, looks like that's the mounts for the front fender that I am going to put on because it does rain here and it gets muddy. Not often, but I'd rather have it on there, and even though it does look pretty dang nice without. All right, let's take it outside. Fill up some air in the tire first, and see how she does. Yeah. We may or may not use that. We'll see. I don't know what throttle follow is. I'll have to watch that video. Oh yeah, strength. I think I do. We'll try that. And this I'm definitely going to change. I don't want 10. I want like 10% on my PAS 1. And make that one like. We'll try 20. And that one could probably be like, we'll try 50, 80, 100. Sounds good. That's it. Okay. I think that's good. I got tire pressure. I got to put flat out in both tires too, which I have. We'll do that later. All right. All right, quick ride, night ride. Woo! Holy cow. You better be ready when you hit that throttle. Boy howdy, my bird. 15 up the driveway. I don't know if I have it fully unlocked or not, but I'm here on my country road, no cars. Good living in the country. 18, 20. Goes pretty good. I can turn around. Oh, the brakes are tight. Feel good. So turn. I'm not running my dog on the way back. Woo! Dang! It's got a punch. Every time I twist that throttle, it goes. I don't know where my dog went. Yep, it's got the wobble. Check all my settings, but looks like it does do a little wobble. It does punch though when you hit it. 35, yeah. Moving right along. Brakes do, oh yeah, brakes are nice and strong. Even only using the rear brake on my one hand, it's like no problem stopping. I'm gonna try to get this throttle one time for you guys so you can feel it. So we'll just start at 0. See if I can do throttle like this. Yeah, you heard the back tire slide a little. Oh yeah, she got power. No doubt about that. Yeah, speed's not gonna be a problem with this, I can tell. So I'm gonna get the tires all tuned up and everything. It is a little light in the front though, so play with that a little bit.